This is One on One. Welcome back to One on One. I am pleased to welcome Anna Marie Gewirtz, who is Chief of External Affairs, State Theater, New Jersey. Good to see you. Now, Anna Marie, you were with us as a former staff person of the Caucus Educational Corporation a few years back, and now you're doing great things at State Theater. Tell folks what State Theater is all about.
Sure. So the State Theater is an 1,850-seat performance theater in downtown New Brunswick. We have all different kinds of performances, everything from Broadway, classical, comedy, rock, pop, family shows, variety. So there's something for everyone.
So it's so interesting, again, because you know our operation as a not-for-profit television production company, and you've been in the development, external affairs, fundraising operation, and you love the arts. You're an artist yourself. I've had the pleasure of being able to listen to you play the piano. You're exceptional in that regard. You love the arts, always have?
I always have, yeah. I was very lucky. I had music lessons from a very young age. When I was 4, I started taking piano lessons, and then later I took French horn, and I took voice lessons later on. So my parents felt like arts needed to be part of our education, and we were really fortunate. And then later in my teens, I started realizing that not everyone had that same exposure to the arts. So I got a chance to volunteer and do some performances for inner city schools, teaching kids classical and jazz music. I did piano class at the Count Basie Learning Center down in Red Bank, and I had 10 kids in my piano class, which gave me a run for my money. But I felt very strongly that everyone should have access to the arts.
So now at State, the whole idea of arts education, the whole idea of making arts more accessible, how dare I use the term marketable is that, and how challenging is it to raise money around those efforts?
Well, it's a great question. We have our ticket sales at the State Theater only represent about 58% of our operating costs.
That's ticket sales, 58%?
Correct.
What's the rest?
So the rest is, we have contributed income, which is about over $3 million a year that we raise. And that helps subsidize and pay for—
Is that corporate sponsors?
Corporate sponsors, foundations, individuals. We have some government money as well. But all of that together helps pay for the education and outreach programs that we do for the community.
Let's talk about, is it relaxed performances? Mm-hmm. What are those?
Sure. So this is a program we started about 2 years ago. It's very near and dear to my heart. My brother is an arts and drama teacher at a special needs school, and we have a lot of friends that have kids on the spectrum. So this is a program for children and adults who are on the spectrum. And we offer a welcoming, warm environment with sensory-friendly performances. We have a calming room with fidget toys and activities if the kids need to take a break. We have we alter the light and sound of the performances so that it creates a stress-free atmosphere for the kids. We have ushers and volunteers who are specially trained to work with kids on the spectrum.
You're talking about the autism spectrum?
Correct. So it offers—
What does it do for them?
Well, it really does a couple things. We have families and schools that come, and these are often kids that do not have exposure to the arts, so they get a chance to come to a performance. And if, it's a relaxed atmosphere. So if the kid needs to move around, if they make noise, it's okay. And we really, we are very happy to create that atmosphere. And a lot of families have told us maybe they have one child who's on the autism spectrum, but they have other kids who are not. The whole family can come. And we've heard from many families that this is a chance that they haven't had in the past, because they now feel like they can be accepted and not looked at as strange.
What would you describe as the audience for the arts today? And is it evolving dramatically?
It is evolving. I think the audiences that a lot of people think of when they think of arts audiences, people think they're in their 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Do they skew not as old as I think?
Yes, it really depends on the genre. So we have our International Classical Series, and our audiences for that are typically in their 50s, 60s, 70s.
Got it. But
we offer really reduced tickets for those performances, and we were starting to see families. We're starting to see young people coming in on date nights. So that's something that is a big part of our mission, is about creating access.
What about Family Day?
Family Day
What's that all
is
about?
it's an annual event. We've done this for 9 years now. It's every President's Day. So usually the schools are closed and most parents are off of work. So they're looking for something to do to get the kids out of the house. And we have typically about 6,000 to 8,000 people that come.
Really?
It's a whole day of free activities for families. We've got arts performances, we have free workshops, music, drama, and dance workshops. We've got arts and crafts and costume characters and balloon animals, you name it.
That's awesome.
Almost all of it's free. The one thing that we do charge for are the main stage performances, and we have 3 of those. And we've had the Big Apple Circus and Jack Hanna with his live animal show. This year we've got Light Wire Theater. We've had Very Hungry Caterpillar. So shows like that are really fun for the whole family, and the tickets for that start at just $15. So
Tell us real quick, coming up later this year, we're doing this in early 2017, some great stuff coming up at State Theater. What do you got?
we have amazing Broadway series this year. We've really been expanding our Broadway. So we had Dirty Dancing and Elf the musical, and upcoming we have Pippin, our Tony Award production, Tony Award winning production of Pippin, and then the 20th anniversary tour of Rent is coming through.
Is it the 20th anniversary?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Doesn't that make you?
That's awesome.
It's astounding, but yes, this is going to be
it doesn't
really...
make you feel very, very old. You're right. Wow.
So, and then we also have Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and then Annie, the musical.
So the Broadway classics at State Theater of New Jersey, not of State Theater, New Jersey, in beautiful downtown New Brunswick, New Jersey. You've done well, and I want to thank you for contributing to the arts in this state by helping to raise money and awareness and sending the message and marketing and branding. It's great stuff. We appreciate everything you're doing. Well done, okay?
Thank you.
Stay right there. We'll be right back right after this on One on our new set.
One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Investors Bank, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Johnson & Johnson, New Jersey Resources, New Jersey Sharing Network, Fedway Associates, and by Gary's Wine and Marketplace. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.